Hello everyone, very warm welcome to ITLS Academy. The topic of today's lecture is stem cell tables. We are going to see some kind of tables in this particular lecture. So let us start. This is part 1 of this stem cell tables. We will also see some other parts because this topic is very long. So I will try to cover these topics in 2 or 3 lectures. So let us start our first lecture. Stem cell tables. The very first point is the tables summarize published research that characterized cells that are capable of developing into cells of multiple germ layers. Multiple germ layers, we know that three kinds of germ layers are formed, that are ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Cells that are capable of forming these three kinds of cells are pluripotent stem cells. So we will see these cells that are capable of developing into germ layers, that is multipotent or pluripotent stem cells, or that can generate the differentiated cell types of another tissues like plasticity and such as bone marrow cell becoming a neuronal cell. Here you can see difference that this is bone marrow cell and this is developing into a neuronal cell. So we can say that this is plasticity. This is defined as plasticity. Next, the tables list the tissues from which the cells were derived, the type of cells that developed, the conditions under which differentiation occurred, and the methods by which the cells were characterized, and also the primary reference for the information. Although I have not included these primary reference in this lecture because that are not required for you, I will tell all the things like tissue from which cells were derived and what kind of cells will form, this we will see, and the conditions we will also see, and the methods. Primary reference not required for your reference, so I'm not providing you primary references. Let us continue with other things. So these are the origin tissue and cell types. First column will indicate origin tissue. After the origin tissue, we will see that what cells are originated by this origin tissue. Next, we will see cell types that are developed from this tissue. Another, we will see differentiation conditions. And the next one will be our methods of characterization. In all the tables, this pattern will be same. So, if I'm not telling you this again and again, so you must remember that this will be the reference for all the tables. So let us start with bone marrow. Origin tissue is bone marrow. This bone marrow gives rise to multiple types of cells like hematopoietic stem cells and many other type of cells. What kind of cells can be derived from these hematopoietic stem cells? So now let us see cell types that are developed from these hematopoietic stem cells. I hope you all know that what is a hematopoietic stem cell. Let me recall you, hematopoietic stem cells are cells that are responsible for the formation of blood. What does it mean that it will form blood? It means that they will form RBC, WBC and platelets. As we know that WBCs are of various kinds, that is granular and agranular. Granular and agranular are further divided. We can say that in the blood, these WBCs are of many kinds, while RBCs and platelets are not of many types. So cell types that are developed from hematopoietic stem cells. First one is cardiac muscle. The differentiation condition for cardiac muscle is cardiac injury induced in mice. This all data is experimental. Further, injected labeled hematopoietic stem cells into injured heart. How these are characterized? So let us see method of characterization. Method of characterization is measurement of green fluorescent protein or GFP. GFP is a fluorescent protein. What does it mean? If we this is any kind of protein. If we take an example and we are going to tag it with any fluorescent molecule. Fluorescent molecule has the capability to glow. So whenever we will characterize this particular protein, so this will glow whenever we are going to say that how it will appear. So it will glow in this green this fluorescent protein. Here I am showing you in black color. So this protein will glow in black color. So this is the property of fluorescent protein, that they are able to glow the particular thing from which they are attached. So here this is green fluorescent protein. So if this is green, then it will glow in green color. That's why it is named as green fluorescent protein. So for the characterization, this green fluorescence protein is used, and this is for regenerating cardiac cells. Our next step will be measurement of cardiac specific protein and gene expression cardiac function test. Let us see some other cell types that are developed from hematopoietic stem cells. These are epithelial cells of the liver, skin, lung, esophagus, stomach, small and large intestine. These are also derived from these cells. These can be derived from the hematopoietic stem cells. For the differentiation, here will be transplantation of these cells into lethally eradicated female mice. Method will be detection of antibodies. As we are transforming these hematopoietic stem cells, so there will be formation of antibodies. So for the characterization, detection of antibodies will be done. Apart from this, there will be cell staining, and the next method is probing for Y chromosome positive cells. Coming to next cell type that is developed is cholangiocyte and hepatocyte. Hepato word, I already told you in our previous lecture that whenever this word is present, you can easily recognize that this particular cell is related with the liver. So we are going to see development of liver cells. Differentiation conditions will be purification of hematopoietic stem cells from bone marrow, and further transplantation of these cells into mice with liver enzyme deficiency. For the characterization, observation of normalized liver function and regenerating hepatocytes, and the next one, measurement of expression of hematopoietic and hepatic cell surface proteins. Next, cells that are derived from hematopoietic stem cells are platelets, red blood cells, and white blood cells. These are the main cells that are formed by the hematopoietic stem cells in the normal conditions. Conditions for development will be hematopoietic growth factor, interleukin 3, that is IL-3 and IL-6, granulocyte colony stimulating factors, erythropoietin and thrombopoietin. Method of characterization will be detection of antibodies to cell surface proteins, colony forming assays, and immunophenotyping. You must remember all the methods of characterization and for what kind of cell these methods of characterizations are used. These are very important. Next is hematopoietic stem cell side populations. These cells developed from side populations will be skeletal muscles. Conditions will be lethal irradiation of a female mice, induced muscle injury, purified bone marrow transplanted into mice. For the characterization, measurement of dystrophin. Dystrophin is a kind of protein that is used for the any particular kind of expression detection. So here will be measurement of dystrophin expression in regenerating muscle cells. Next step will be fluorescence activated cell sorting. This is a method for detection of cells. This is a kind of instrument from which these are laser lights, and these laser lights will be responsible for identification of any kind of cells. Although this is a very long method, I told you in very short, so that you can understand why we are using this FACS technique, because we will see the use of this FACS technique in many lectures, because this is important technique and this is used on a broad scale. So I'm telling you that this is used for the detection of particular kind of cells. So, and I will not repeat each and every time, because I have to cover a lot of techniques and we do not have that much of kind. So you must remember this, that for what purpose this fax is used. Next method is probing for Y chromosome positive cells. So we have seen hematopoietic stem cells. Now we are going, if origin tissue is a mesenchymal stem cell. So this mesenchymal stem cells can give rise to adipocytes. These are the fat storing tissues. Chondrocyte. These are the cartilage production tissues. Osteoblast, that is bone forming, and tenocytes. The conditions will be dexamethasone, vitamin D3, bone morphogenic protein, that is BMP2. The method for characterization is detection of antibody binding to cell surface proteins and immunofluorescence. Here you can see again, this is mesenchymal stem cell. Cell type is astrocyte and neuron. Conditions for the formation of astrocyte and neurons will be injection of mesenchymal stem cells into brain of immunocompromised neonatal mice. What is immunocompromised? Immunocompromised means that they have less immunity. Let me write here. They have less immunity. For the characterization, there will be detection of cell surface markers by using antibodies and immunofluorescence. Next, cell types developed from MSC is astrocyte neuron. Again, differentiation conditions are different, that is epidermal growth factor, brain-derived neurotrophic factors, beta-mercaptoethanol, and retinoic acid. Methods will be immunofluorescence cell sorting. neuron, that is derived from the again MSC. Differentiation conditions are stromal cells expanded as undifferentiated cells, beta-mercaptoethanol and butylated hydroxyanisole. Method is detection of numerous neuron-specific proteins via staining. Next cell developed from mesenchymal stem cell is skeletal muscle. Conditions are 5-azacitidine and amphotericin B. And methods for characterization are observation of myotubes, staining for myocytes. Myocytes means cells of the muscles. Coming to next one, cells that can be developed from both mesenchymal stem cells and hematopoietic stem cells. First one are astrocyte, microglia, and oligodendrocytes. Conditions are induced injury to neural tissue, bone marrow transplantation. And method for characterization is detection of antibodies to cell surface proteins. Next muscle is cardiac muscle and condition is bone marrow transplantation of 5-azacitidine treated cells into mice with induced cardiac muscle injury. Conditions are cell staining. Staining is a process of coloring something. Here we are going to color cells. So staining is the process of coloring so that we can easily characterize or we can easily detect the cells or any protein or anything we want to study. We can stain it and we can detect easily with the help of various kind of microscopes. So here will be cell staining for a cardiac muscle protein. Next will be measurement of blood pressure. Next one is electron microscopy. Other method is observation of beating cells in vitro and measurement of atrial natriuretic peptide or also known as ANF. And other method is staining cells for muscle proteins. Another cell derived from both cells is hepatocyte. Conditions will be suppression of liver cell proliferation. Next one, induced injury to liver and further bone marrow transplantation. For the detection, staining of cells done and antibody labeling of cell surface markers. Cell surface markers are something, any kind of protein or any fluorescent marker, anything, it can be anything that can be able to detect cells. These are present on the surface of cells and these have the capability or we can say that they have various kind of receptors that can bind to various kind of proteins and these may be helpful in detecting many kind of cells. Other cells that are formed by these both cells are neurons. For the neuronal cells, differentiation conditions, induced neural injury and bone marrow transplantation into female mice. Method for characterization is detection of antibodies to cell surface protein and probing for bi chromosome containing neurons. Now we are going to see cell types contain mesenchymal stem cell, hematopoietic stem cells and side population. All three kind of cells we have taken here. Cells developed from these all three cells is cardiac muscles and skeletal muscles. Conditions for these two cells are lethal irradiation of mice, bone marrow transplantation from normal female donor mice into mice with induced muscle degradation. Method for characterization is probing of Y chromosome containing muscle cells and detection of expression of myoregulatory proteins, that the proteins that are responsible for the regulation of muscles. Next cell is skeletal muscles and conditions are induced muscle tissue injury and Transplantation of genetically marked bone marrow to immunodeficient mice. Again, this mouse is having less immunity. Method for characterization are: first one is histological observation of muscle regeneration. Next is detection of antibodies to cell surface proteins and myogenic differentiation factor transcript expression. Now we are going to see the cells, side population cells. These can differentiate into cardiomyocytes and vascular endothelia. Conditions are transplanted into lethally irradiated mice with ischemic damage to cardiac tissue. Method for characterization is immunohistochemistry, staining for cardiomyocyte marker, and here marker is alpha actin and endothelial marker, that is FLT1. So till now we are seeing these cells that are derived from the bone marrow. Bone marrow was the tissue of origin, but now we are going to say origin tissue is brain, and the cells derived from this origin tissue is neural stem cells. Now neural stem cells can give rise to: first one is astrocyte neuron and oligodendrocytes. Conditions for these cells development is basic fibroblast growth factor and epidermal growth factor. Method for detection is detection of antibodies to neural cell specific proteins. Again, this cell is neural stem cell and cells formed are RBC and WBC. Conditions are transplantation of neural stem cells into irradiated mice. Method is flow cytometry analysis, genetic labeling assay, and detection of antibodies to cell surface proteins. Now, the origin tissue again is brain. This is continuation. Cell form is neural stem cell, but developed cell is skeletal muscle, and differentiation condition is transplantation of neural stem cell into mice and in vitro co-culture with myogenic cells. Methods are observation of differentiated skeletal muscle cells and analysis of muscle cell specific proteins and gene expression. Now, the origin tissue is blastocyst inner cell mass. The cell type formed is embryonic stem cell, and this will develop into adipocyte. Adipocyte again is fat storing tissues or fat storing cells. For the differentiation of adipocyte, there is the retinoic acid, insulin, thyroid hormone, and leukemia inhibitory factors are required. Methods for characterization are observation of adipocyte differentiation, measurement of adipocyte enzyme activity, and measurement of adipocyte specific gene expression. Coming to next cells that are derived from embryonic stem cells are astrocyte, glial precursors, and oligodendrocytes. Differentiation conditions are cells cultured in a neurogenic medium with basic fibroblast growth factors. Next one condition is epidermal growth factor, platelet derived growth factors. Next one condition is transplanted glial precursor cells into myelin deficient mice. I hope you all know that what is a myelin. Myelin is a covering of, if I draw a neuron, although it is very funny, but still you can understand what I am going to deliver. This is axis of neuron, and this is covered by some fatty layers. These layers are known as a myelin sheath. So here transplantation of glial cells will be myelin deficient mice, that is This neuron will not contain, this is myelin sheath. So further again, the neuron that will not contain myelin sheath will be preferred for transplantation here. The method for characterization is observation of spinal cord remyelination. What does it mean? We will see that we will how we will characterize that our experiment was successful. So we will see that if there is a remyelination, that is, if there is formation of myelin sheath occurred or not. Next one method is electron microscopy, and another method is antibodies to neural cell specific proteins. Next, cells that are formed from the embryonic stem cells are astrocyte, midbrain neuron, neural precursors and neurons, and oligodendrocytes. Conditions of differentiation will be retinoic acid, cell selection through transgene conferring drug resistance, and co-culture with stromal cells. Methods will be examination of cell morphology and neuron-specific markers, cell-specific markers, and detection of dopamine production. Some other cells that are formed from cells are astrocyte, neuron, and oligodendrocyte. Condition is retinoic acid, and method is observation of functional synapse and measurement of neurotransmitters. Next cell is astrocyte and oligodendrocyte. Condition of differentiation is retinoic acid, fetal calf serum, and beta mercaptoethanol. Method for characterization is antibodies to neural cell specific protein and cytochemistry. So thank you very much guys for watching this session. Stay connected with ITLS Academy. Follow ITLS Academy on various social media platforms, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever there is an upload, uh, any kind of video, or any job related video. You can also get our app of ITLS Academy on the Google Play Store. So thank you very much everyone. Thank you for watching. Like it, like this video, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. For any help or query, you can also call us on our helpline number, or you can visit our website www.itlsacademy.com. Thank you very much again.